fully match the neutral air. There's just a tiny bit at the end where it doesn't hit, so it's like, because of that, there's like a weird like mixture where you don't have to fully commit to doing it, but you can still shark with it under the platform. And not to mention other inconsistencies that we'll get to later, but it's looking like we're actually going to be rocking with the Dark Pit. Not the version of Pit that, Earth usually plays. He usually rocks with regular Pit, which I like a little bit more personally. But Dark Pit's the choice, Rickles, and we're on Northern Cave.
Yeah, what a setting to start on right here. I did notice that earlier in the stage list. They both have Northern Cave and Hollow Vesh and Legal as the DLC stages here. And here we are getting the early combos going. Earthbin has MIA for a very long time, but known for being top 50 in the world in Smash 4. And of course, as you mentioned, the best Pit in the business. So I'm excited to see this match.
And Pit was way worse in that game, my friend, on top of that. So now, Pit with a lot of the buffs that he got in this game relative to older patches that he got during Fighters Pass 1 as well. We got the canon matchup in Dark Pit versus Palutena right here. And I'm imagining that he probably went Dark Pit because he probably thinks that Electroshock Arm will have a better job killing off the side than Palutena will have killing off the top, because Palutena is rather a little featherweighty, so if he's able to get a good read off the side of the platform, he'll be able to get that kill for sure. On top of the fact that Pit, another very unique factor about him is that, as the back air not going to take the stock through the Guardian Orbitars, is that Pit, rather than having a back throw that kills like most of the characters in this game, Pit forces an advantage state as the Explosive Flame takes the stock by having a forward throw that kills instead. So I'm anxious to see how he's going to utilize that if he can.
Yeah, really strong start so far right here for Chag. Chag, the world traveler, known for traveling a ton in 2022. And here we are, starting the new year, playing on a holiday weekend. This is what we love to see, though. The grind never stops, and here we are. A good advantage so far. But here we are, a combo opportunity here. Almost going to take it off the top with the up air.
Up air comes out a little bit faster than it used to, my friend. Down tilt has a lot of great extendo combo trees as the dash attack. Good kill move, gonna do it right there, raw in the center of the stage, my friend. Only a 57% deficit. This is not damage that Pit will have a hard time making up, my friend. Just one down tilt or one neutral air pops up perfectly, and the Guardian Orbitars to stop the combo mid-string. Recognizes the percent, not able to get the weak hit of down air to extend that tree. One good thing of Palutena being a little lighter, so at those mid-percents, you know, where Pit loves to get those down throws into weak down airs to pretty much into imagination for the most part, might be a little bit harder at just those slightly higher percents, especially now that we're up at 62, so definitely stage control in the favor of Chag right now. It's going to be a little bit harder for Earth to be able to make this back if Chag keeps the pressure on.
Oh, and it still lingered for that long. That was crazy to see. What an explosive game one so far here between these two players. This is exactly what you want to see. The top 8, day 3, 128 competitors down to the final 8, and geez, dude, this is really back and forth. Well, you have an opportunity here. We have full rage here on Dark Pit. Good side B near the edge of the stage. I think we'll KO now.
Yeah, it's a hard committal option as it is. Good reactions to dip away from the Explosive Flame right there. Ooh. And a nice little weak hit nair into the up tilt. You know, again, very similar combo trees to what Pit has personally, but Palutena's, her kill power is just a little bit better, as well as her, like, damage string's just a tad more consistent right now. I'm liking the arrows, though, forcing Chag to go a little bit low. That might be another reason that he went Dark Pit. I mean, I feel like the reverse down smash not going to do it right there. The pressure with the weak nair actually going to fall off just to keep that going. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Pit has wings on his back, my friend. So he's going to be able to keep that pressure on off the ledge perfectly. Even just using, like, empty hops, like, off the level, empty double jumps, I should say, to just force Chag into a bad position. And the full charge arrow gonna do it right there. That one probably wouldn't have done it with normal Pit. That's another reason I feel like we went Dark Pit here, Rickles.
Oh, going for the spike right there. I definitely agree with you there. And we're even closer than we were on 2 stocks to 2, now 1 stock to 1. But now, Chag answering back, dealing a quick 58% unanswered. What will Earth do to get off the stage here? Looking for an initiator into a combo, but nothing yet doing just yet. Here we go. Opportunity strikes, and now the damage is racking up. Earth making a statement.
Yeah, he got that perfect percent to get, like, the classic Pit combo tree to get him right off the level. You know, I feel like, you know, normal arrows with, the curvy arrows with Pit wouldn't have done it as well right here, because Palutena, you know, she doesn't have, like, a non-intangible recovery where her hurt box is present the entire time. She's got a warp recovery, and so those arrows might literally just go right through her if she's able to time it properly. So they won't force Palutena into as bad of a position as the Dark Pit Dark arrows will be able to do instead. So I think that's another reason the Dark Pit is out right here instead. As the damage continues, Earth has the lead right here. It's going to have to find a way down with the Guardian Orbitars, mixing up the timing because there is a tiny spot at the bottom of the Orbitars where you can hit Pit through it, but it is not going to matter. Mixing up the timing beautifully to regain stage control and get himself down to center stage, getting the scooping hitbox of the up smash, and that is game 1, going to Earth with Dark Pit.
This
It's
is so
just
exciting.
it's just like the game, man. It's just like
absolutely.
Uprising.
Dark
That's
Pit
literally
versus
what happened in Uprising.
And it was an amazing stage to do it on, too. A very nice setting. But I'm just like shocked, you know, because it's just like we've seen Chag consistently making his name as like a top 30, top 20 player in the world for years now. But this is, I think, the first time we're seeing Earth against international talent, and he's showing up 1-0 here in Losers Top 8.
Looking poised so far, my friend. You know, the thing is, I've had a little bit more experience in this matchup than you would think, from like some great tri-state representatives who have played these characters to playing both of these characters myself back when I was an active player in brackets back in the day. And you know, despite, you know, I would say the obvious tier difference between these two characters, you know, Palutena being a much more meta-relevant character than Pit and Dark Pit is, I actually think Pit does not do too badly in this matchup. He's got a lot of good spacing tools against Palutena. He's not that bad at keeping Palutena in disadvantage, especially off of the level with those arrows. You know, the Dark Pit arrows forcing Palutena to go low plenty of the time. Plus having multiple jumps, you know, the character has wings off of the level to just be able to keep the pressure on slowly and steadily on Palutena, which a lot of characters just sort of have to, like, let Palutena recover back to stage, go for a basic bread and butter ledge trap, and Pit can mix it up a lot more as well as mixing up his combo tree. So I'm anxious to see what Chag's game plan is going into a stage like this with a very similar layout, but a little bit longer.
Yeah, I see Chag counterpick to this stage very frequently, and I gotta wonder. It's just like you can fight so many players in the world, but like a Pit like Earth is going to be unmatched for a very long time. Like, although he hasn't been competing in over 4 years, I gotta say that it's still got to be like there. You know, you still got to be playing casually or with friends, or still playing with competitors, because Japan is a very strong region.
Yeah, he's definitely had to have been playing the game at least a little bit. You can't just go 4 years without playing it at all, and then just walk back and, you know, get top 8 at a tournament as crazy stacked as Kyojin Dojo. But long range of this stage right now is making it take a little longer to take stocks right now. There is no hitbox nor intangibility on Pit's up B, so what I want to see from Chag is that I want to see those classic bread and butter, you know, Palutena ledge traps. I want to see down tilts in the back airs. I want to see falling neutral airs. I don't want to see self-destructs like that. Good stretch from Earth, you know, making it back from that. But yeah, there's none of that stuff on like Pit's up B at all. It's very, very exploitable, and I feel like Palutena is going to be amazing at exploiting that off the level. So I feel like Chag might have an easier time doing that on a stage like this, especially with the position of the platform, making ledge traps just a little more difficult for the opponent on the ledge. A tad more linear, if you would.
Yeah, and then what we saw a little bit earlier is that we saw Earth getting a heavy parry right there, but then heavy commitment with the forward smash, not able to connect off of it. And I wonder how he's gonna think about like closing out the stock, looking for an opportunity here with a down tilt into up air. Then Pit has had some relevant buffs over the time of this game, and I think up air and back air with 2 of them, and I think that, like, he gets combos out of down throws. So really good stuff there, getting the KO confirmed.
Oh yeah, when he first came out in this game, he was still pretty bad, but then they fixed his neutral air. You know, back air has like 0 landing lag, so you don't even always have to space the tipper with it anymore. Up air comes out a lot faster. They just decrease the amount of frames that comes out, the first active frame, so that confirmed that you saw right there, down tilt to up air. That didn't used to be a thing, now it is for sure, especially against a light character like Palutena. You know that's going to kill, and Pit's going to be searching for that. Not to mention the fact that he is one of this game's faster down smashes as well, which, I gotta say, from the sets we've been watching of Earth so far, I haven't seen him utilize it too much. He's focusing a lot more on the mid-range spacing as well as getting the confirms. That was almost nuts. By the way, that was crazy.
And I was very fortunate to be able to commentate Chag yesterday, where I said see he was landing those compares, like those early hits of Nair into the up tilt, or even converting and trying to catch panic options. But right there, finally gonna get the first stock here. But I do think that this counter pick has been keeping Earth alive longer than he's had to be. I think on other stages he would have been like down and out a lot sooner. And now keeping it close, 1 hit away from sealing the stock. But that's a sour hit of down air, and then Chag is staying alive. The dash attack is gonna do it.
It's like, literally no pun intended, but for Pit, it's a double-edged sword. And I'm not talking about the fact that he literally has a double-edged sword. I'm talking about his down air, you know, the fact that it has the weak hit that it does, the humongous weak hit. It's amazing for combos, but when you're actually trying to spike with it, it's got a little bit of that melee Roy factor minus like the wet noodle, if that makes any sense. You know, the wet noodle in this game is actually really good for Dark Pit, but, you know, it's a double-edged sword, because then when you actually want the spike, it doesn't always work. Unless you're Earth, and you're able to get these down air, these falling down airs to up smash confirms that. I've seen him do 2 times today already before I even had the pleasure and privilege to be able to commentate this set. So I'm anxious to see how he's going to be able to get that confirmed once again if he's able to do that. But for right now, Rickles, we got ourselves a dead even game in this game number 2.
Yeah, I'm loving that too. And I'm seeing like exactly what you mentioned. I saw it earlier as well, the down air conversions that he was getting. Because like Palutena has an awesome down air as well, can combo to other aerials, but being able to combo to a smash attack, especially a KO percent, is super reliable. And Earth getting so much mileage off of it this tournament. But here we are on the last hit situation, and the backer is going to seal the deal and make it an even set.
Beautiful, beautiful awareness right there. Just running in, super non-committal back air. You know, you still had the stage and stage control. If it whiffed, you know, off of an air dodge, it would have forced Pit back to the ledge when I feel like, you know, Chag would have been able to do turnaround, down tilt, all that good stuff. And yeah, you know, to talk about the down airs again, you know, like, it's a little bit different because, like, Palu, I don't know how to describe it, man. Palu's down air is just, like, more staunch. It just feels like it hits harder, you know, the kick, the animation, and whatnot. At lower percents, Palutena's down air can actually combo into itself off of, like, and also can do, like, good tech chase reads with it as well. We see Jen here in Tri-State, my region where I'm from, do that quite a bit. Another one of the top Palutena players in the world, frankly. Dark Pits doesn't exactly do that necessarily, though he still, much like Palutena, gets, like, similar grab confirms off of it and stuff as well, so it's a pretty cool thing to say the least.
And here we're going at it on Hollow Bastion. Not too much different than actually I was going to say Northern Cave where we started off. It's just a platform layout, obviously, but the base platform and the blast zones are going to be similar, so maybe they're going to be striving off of that, because we did see those down air confirms into up smash, and I think they might more reliably KO on this map. We'll see how it goes, though, because, again, Kalos was also keeping Earth alive to an extent, so honestly, these two characters we've already mentioned in the beginning of the set, they're pretty similar to the point, so their strengths and weaknesses and stages are probably not too far off.
For sure, but this time, this stage layout's going to be a lot different. We now have a big, long stage with two platforms on the sides to play a more elongated neutral, if you would. Now we have that center platform, which for both of these characters, in my opinion, is going to be amazing for sharking. If there's another thing that Pit is really good at, it's sharking with that Nair, which is very non-committal, and speaking of non-committal, the lingering explosive flame going to do it for Palutena and getting the wackiest trade that we've seen in our commentary block so far, keeping this game dead even. You want to talk about top 10 anime moments right there, Rickles? There you go.
Every single game, the first stock gets even closer and closer to even, and there you go. What more even can you get than a trade like that? Really strong opening for Earth to capitalize on that explosive flame and just going over the start of it to get the back air KO, because Dark's back air is just so potent. But there we are, the explosive flame lingering, and we have it dead even 56% though, already racked on. Chag is really good in his early game, but we've seen the comeback factor of Earth, so Earth can definitely bring this back. He's been getting off ledge pretty decently, but right there going to get punished by the Palutena back air.
Yeah, and you see the dash attack just sort of stuffing out Pit's forward air too, which it is going to be one to do. The shield is, of course, invulnerable, but even if it wasn't, fun fact about Pit's forward air, it actually has a dead zone in the middle of the move, but you know what doesn't have a dead zone in the middle of the move? Palutena's up smash, baby, putting up the wall, killing right off the top. That was a sick combo by Chag off of the platform. That's another reason that this stage is good for Palutena. Earth Zone counterpick working against him a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. The platform assist for Chag, making that combo more true, because like Earth can get that anywhere on any stage from the bottom of the ground, but the platform will assist there, and then it gets a forward smash as a big get off me option. And now trying to catch the recovery on the stage. Chag's recoveries have been pretty solid. Earth has been doing also good opportunity of of keeping his eyes open and just like being there for it, trying to like capitalize on it. But right now Chag's evasiveness is paying off.
That's the second time I've seen Chag utilize dash attack in that same spot of the stage to stuff out Earth's forward air. That's going to be really huge. That's going to condition Earth to stop doing that a little bit more, to try to do these rising forward airs off the platform to make it back. And that is kind of important for Pit to put out a hitbox like that on the way back, despite having that awkward dead zone that the move has in the middle of the attack. But Palutena, being the tall featherweight that she is, usually shouldn't have a hard time hitting, especially off of the confirms, but you know, when you have an invulnerable dash attack like Palutena does, you'll just be able to stuff it out easier and easier, and now we have Chag just sort of playing the long game. You're up in stocks, you are up in percent, you have no reason to commit, even on a stage as tiny as Hollow Bastion for sure, and now this is definitely looking like Chag's game to lose, as Chag's going to take it. Game number 2, going up 2-1 against Earth right now, one more to advance through loser's side. Earth's got to dig deep, Rickles, if he wants a chance of bringing this back.
And you actually can ask for a closer stat to start the block with, because this is the 6th seed versus the 7th seed, and you're seeing just how close it is, especially on these stock 1 exchanges that we see between the two players. And again, that it is notable, it is worth noting that was Earth's counterpick, but that was the most Chag favored game we've seen so far in the set. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how much further either player can adapt, because so far it's looking like the Chag show.
Yeah, and I'm honestly curious to... Never mind, we're gonna get Hollow Bastion. Making me eat my words immediately. Alright, Sane, that was the game. You got it. I love it so much when players pick the same stage that they lost on, because that shows confidence. That's just like, no, it's me. I have to adapt. The stage was fine. I counterpicked to it for a reason. I have to adapt. I just didn't play good, or you played too well, I should say. That's a healthier mindset to have. And I just know how to adjust. But right there, you have the back air beating out the neutral air once again. What I've been seeing from Chag is just utilizing the invulnerability of the shield way, way more to just stuff out Pit's approaches. This is where it can be hard for pretty much any mid-tier, or even a lot of high tiers, actually, to be able to get in on Palutena, even on a tiny stage like this, man. Earth has got to dig deep if he wants to be able to bring this back.
And not a bad start so far. And I mean, I know this is a common commentary cliche, but I definitely want to see a Game 5 here. We've not seen Earth play in over 4 years, so I think we deserve this one. But we'll see if he's got to earn it first. Chag, again, a world-class player, top 30, top 20 in the world consistently. So we'll see how this goes.
Want to see if Earth wins the whole damn bracket, man. Get that discussion out here. Pit wins Major. Kyojin Dojo. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch right here, but of course, you know, Pit is not a character that is seen all too often, and now we have pretty much the top representative of the character showing you what this character is capable of against the highest level of Chag. Such they're utilizing the intangibility of the Guardian Orbitars to go through the explosive flame, as Pit is one to do out of disadvantage, doing it again to stuff out the down air, the down tilt hitbox, I should say, once again. Although it is still not stopping Earth from being stuck in disadvantage over and over again. Chag is doing a wonderful job at maintaining stage control despite all these explosive flames just being eaten, and that's exactly the stuff that I want to be seeing from Chag. I want to see the very vulnerable and exploitative recovery of Dark Pit be exploited, because there's no hitbox, there's no intangibility on it, just a straight shot right back to the ledge. You're Palu. You got big hitboxes, big non-committal ones. Just go hit him. Easy peasy.
Yeah, opportunity striking here for Chag, making quick work. I'm just saying, like, Palutena has just amazing options right here, and I think just the mobility and positioning of Chag so far in this set is showing, and their punishes, like, specifically. But there we go, gotta get the DI in, and now making it even stocks yet again. Earth fighting for a chance for a Game 5.
I was just about to mention the DI mix-up right there. Pit has a forward throw that kills, which is not something that most characters have. Some other ones do, like Bayo is one that comes to mind for sure, but as the back air is going to take the stock, actually, just barely with the air dodge. Most characters don't have a forward throw that kills, and I think forward throws that kill are cool because it helps you force your advantage state. It's a little more committal on par of the player, rather than getting, like, you know, reversal turnarounds like characters like Palutena and Mario can do. But as a result, another thing from Bit's buffs is that, you know, that's a mix-up now. A DI mix-up is the down throw by the ledge, because you always expect to DI the forward throw in, but now if you DI the down throw in, you get the up air. You all know the drill, blah, 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 over and over. We're slowly but surely trying to bring the game back. Earth needs the stock right now, though, man. This is looking like Chag's set to lose at this point, Rickles. It might be too little too late. Not gonna count my chickens before they hatch, though.
Oh, here we go. The setup on the platform. Yeah, oh, wow. And I actually KO'd. Maybe got like a millisecond of charge on that up smash, but either way, that's exactly what Earth needs to stay in this, because it was looking like another 2-stock until that moment.
And that was so crucial right there, the fact that he was able to land on the stage with that forward throw. It didn't force Pit right back to the ledge, which would have just potentially much more easily reset an advantageous situation for Chag once again. It would have given him stage control and would have been able to get Pit up in the air once again, which is not where he wants to be. There's the late falling nair right there, and the damage string starts to continue. We got him off the level, forces the air dodge by popping it back up. This not going to be it just yet. Not enough rage on the Palutena. Going to utilize the electroshock arm to beat the auto reticle. Rickles!
Just very fortunate on the positioning on the stage, otherwise that would have been it. Got to get the center stage. Here we go. Able to stay alive for just a little bit while longer, racking up the rage, catching them lingering too long on the edge of the stage, spacing these down smashes expertly the whole set.
Oh my god, and that neutral air was so smart. He put a hitbox out exactly where he knew Chag was going to be. If he decided to chase him, that would have spelled disaster. Oh, he waits for an air dodge so he can get more off of it because he knows that smash attack isn't going to kill. Earth is playing so well right now.
Oh, no,
this character rewards such strong fundamentals, but the fundamentals are not going to matter here as my man Earth gets tier listed. Bow down, worship your goddess. You are but a lowly angel. Must give an offering to the goddess instead, and that is Earth falling out of the bracket at, I believe, 9th place.
Oh, that would be for 7th place. Yeah.
My mistake. Yes, thank you. I forgot we were already in top 8. Thank you so much. Ugh, wow.
which is even crazier to like look at. It's just like after all this time, we had a really excellent, well-played set right there between these two. Really exciting showing between like both these players of high caliber. So Chag moving on as seeded, 6th seed versus 7th seed. So you can't be mad about that. Like you lost a T in Chag, you placed your seed as projected, but obviously you're gonna want some more for any competitor. But obviously Chag is not going all the way out there to lose. So we'll see Chag a little bit later on in the block. But coming up next, we're gonna get Kome versus Tuki, who Tuki, as the 9 seed, was able to overcome EMAS, the 8 seed of the tournament, and take the seed effectively. So going up against Kome, I think we're going to see Pac-Man versus Shulk.
Yes, the Saudi Arabian representative, I believe, of this, the highest ranking Saudi Arabian representative of this bracket. If